Well, reminding me in the break, if Mary's boyfriend is really obsessed with Walton Goggins, you should have him watch Sons of Anarchy. Remember Sons of Anarchy?
I love Sons. Who does he play in that?
He was the transvestite hooker. He was Venus Van Dam.
Was he really?
Yes. That what's his name was having an affair with?
Yeah.
On the DL.
God, I love that.
That was Walton Goggins.
Love that show.
Sons of Anarchy is dynamite.
Jax Teller is so freaking hot. Charlie Hunnam.
Yeah. Yeah.
That show.
They were never really able to make him a thing beyond that show, though.
He was up for the Greys movie, the 50 Shades of Grey. He was in the running for that. And I'm like, oh my God, please, yes. But then they booked that weirdo-looking
Jamie Dornan,
millionaire guy or whatever.
Horseshoes and hand grenades, man. Almost doesn't count.
Dude, Sons of Anarchy is like one of those shows that I came in. My ex was obsessed with it, and I came in. Spoiler:
Your
alert,
exes are obsessed with a lot of things.
I gotta stop saying that. Yeah. But he was watching it like as it aired, and I came in. Spoiler alert from this 10-year-old show. I came in on the episode where Gemma killed Tara.
I love that Maggie Siff, boy. She is
that Tara?
foxy, yes.
Yeah. So
She's on the show Billions now, yeah.
I came in and I'm like watching it and I was like, what's going on? He goes, that's the main character's mom. That's his girlfriend. And then she kills her and I'm crying. And he's like, you don't even watch the show. I was like, yeah, but what would you do if your mom killed your girlfriend? And then from that, I like went back and binged that thing all the way through.
Yeah, we binged it over the course of a year, about 5 years ago.
So good.
And then was it you that gave away the ending of the show for me?
Yes, because it was 10 years old and you were like, I'm still waiting I got 20 minutes left in the episode.
It's true. It was on me. We had 20 minutes left.
I was like, when Jax kills himself in front of the semi-truck and you're like, well, spoiler alert.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was just a perfectly cast show.
It was awesome.
They spun it off into the Mayans. I haven't really watched that, but
I didn't even stick with the Sons of Anarchy.
You really had to stick with it because when a show runs that long and it has such a narrow focus, you're like, okay, they're kind of doing the same thing over and over again, but
it just didn't really grab me. I don't know.
It didn't blow your transvestite hooker skirt up,
which usually
it will.
Usually that's what happens.
That one didn't.
I met that dude down on Daniel Island, South Carolina. He's got some horse teeth on him.
Jax?
No.
Walter Goggins.
Walton Goggins.
Yeah, everybody knows that.
Yeah, that's part of his appeal, right? That's he's got giant veneers. That's Mike from Parma. Get me? He's got a place down there. Yeah, he's from Birmingham. I'm sure he's whatever. He's got a hot wife.
Hey, Mike's got a place down there?
Huh?
You holding out on
Walton Goggins. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, he's got like a 5 head, but he's like a good-looking dude, I think.
So when he's all in Django, he's pretty hot with a hat on.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think he's a good-looking guy.
I prefer the Uncle Baby Billy look.
That is pretty good. Uncle Baby Billy.
Uncle Baby.
Yeah, he was Shane Vendrell on The Shield.
On The Shield, yeah.
Yeah.
Great show. Is that even streaming? I feel like that's always streaming on something weird like
Well, it originally aired on
Crackle
FX
or something.
Didn't it?
Yeah.
Crackle. That's not even a thing anymore.
I know, but it was streaming on there a few years ago, and then I think now it's on like the Roku channel.
It's on
something.
Hulu.
Hulu? Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. Who's ever heard of Hulu?
Roku channel is just all the crap that came off Quibi.
Some of that's really good, though.
Is it?
Yeah.
Only thing I've watched is the Will Forte, Caitlin Olsen thing where they're flipping houses for the mob or something.
Oh, I haven't seen that. I watched the Bill Burr sketch show, and that was really dark.
Oh, yeah.
But it's pretty funny.
Okay. Hey, Poundcake, are you ready for your triumphant return to the sports break? Oops, sorry.
I was trying to say the whole time. I was like, Charlie Hunnam used to play in Queer as Folk too.
He's screaming, and I didn't have his name. He had to get that out. Charlie Hunnam, what?
He played in the original Queer as Folk, the English version, before it came over here to
really?
Showtime. Yeah.
Oh.
He played the 15-year-old that the 30-year-old was dating.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
You know, another wild Shield factoid is that one guy from the show who got life in prison for killing his wife. Michael Jace was the black, bald cop who was quietly gay.
Yeah, the closeted cop.
He I think they cut him out of the show or wrote him out or whatever. And he ends up like shooting his wife on the front lawn. He got life in prison.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't even know about that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
here
I'm
we
ready
go.
now.
Play ball!
This is a Poundcake Sports Break.
In the headlines today, you know it's hard out here for a former running back. Ex-NFLer Mark Walton arrested after being accused of armed robbery. Police say the incident happened back in February. They got the man up out of everything. This is the second time this young man has been arrested within 3 years. The first time Walton was arrested, it was after he was accused of striking a pregnant woman. You know who's not out here robbing people and striking pregnant women? Deshaun Watson. Sounds like someone needs a better agent. Also, have you ever brought a mic to a gunfight? Mike Tyson handled himself well, almost too well, when a guy pulled a gun out on him at a comedy show in Hollywood. The guy essentially wanted to challenge Mike to a duel before realizing Mike ain't gonna, ain't no bullet gonna stop Mike Tyson. He just sat there like a G, and the dude said, sorry, please don't call the cops, and then walked away. Screw a good guy with a gun. I say elect Mike Tyson as your county sheriff. Lastly, Caitlyn Jenner is using her platform and her dehydrated ass lips to say trans NCAA winner Leah Thomas is no winner at all. It be your own team, right? Ron DeSantis came out and declared Emma Wayne, I think that's how you say her name, is the rightful winner. Caitlyn agreed, and she says it's just common sense. By your logic, Caitlyn, if you were a woman this whole time, shouldn't you return your gold medals? It's only fair. How you that rich and that old and your lips are that dusty? Get some chapstick and do better. And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes this Poundcake Sports Break.
Play ball!
This is a Poundcake Sports Break.
Gesundheit.
Thank you.
Are you implying that Caitlyn Jenner has ass lips?
No, they're just
You
dehydrated.
said dehydrated ass lips.
But I say, which your dumb ass, your stupid ass, dehydrated ass.
I was like, wow, she really had the full thing done, didn't she?
You know, dehydrated ass lips. Ugh.
Isn't that wild that Ron DeSantis goes, nope, second place gets it. Because she's a chick. Oh, God.
Florida going Florida.
Well, listen, Florida...
He's playing to his base. He's
but
just a
Florida
culture vulture.
Florida is not the only place where transgender sports is like a controversial thing. So a lot of people, even if they're an ally, can't get their head around that.
I'm one of them.
I might be one of them, too.
Because
Yeah, I
I'm
am
like,
too.
when you think about it, that guy was what, almost 500th in the men's division, and then he goes into the women's division and or transitions and then competes in the women's division and wins. Where it's like, how is it fair?
As
I
a
mean,
member of the LGBTQ community, I can empathize with this. I can't sympathize with it because I'm not a transgender. But what I will say, it is just going to take time. It takes a long time to change hearts. It takes a long time to change minds. It's not just like flip a switch and then everyone's just okay with it.
Right, but it's
the
not
difference is if
fair.
somebody, people who think that you choose to be gay, there's no evidence to support that. There's more evidence to support that you're born gay. There's nothing so far that says that you're born a transgender. So the difference there is that is literally a choice. Now, it's a choice that you feel mentally and emotionally compelled to do. Like, you're not going to be a whole person unless you do. Bill knows.
It's the same thing with being gay, though. Whether you embrace it or not embrace it, it's still inside of you.
But you are not changing your body to come out as gay. And so that's the issue that a lot of people have with transgender athletes. My question is simply this. If you transition to a female, is there a case to be made, or are those people making the case that whatever hormones go into that decreases your muscle mass?
That is actually...
So that's part of it. Okay.
There's
so
a level of...
You could make the argument that it's not just like a guy in a wig swimming, that through the course of the transitioning, that like she becomes literally like the same
Sure.
size as...
Because
If
there's
those-
a lot
hold
of...
on.
I'm just saying there's a lot of people that are transgender. They've gone male to female, and they're participating in the sports, and they're not doing...
Right, they're not killing.
yeah,
It's
they're
got to
not
make you
killing it,
more
yeah.
athletic.
Right.
But the point that you're making, where sure it changes your muscle mass, that's if you are getting hormone therapy.
But I think most of them have to, though.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is I'm talking about people who are transitioning, not just saying I identify as a woman. I'm talking about people that they're doing the do.
Yeah.
But to compete, they have to do that. I'm sure I read somewhere.
It's not like DeSantis gives a rat's ass. He's just down there sticking it to people.
No, I'm saying this tournament, like to compete as a transgender athlete, they are testing your testosterone levels. They're testing your levels to make sure it is fair. So there are policies in place. It's just not a lot of people are still like, I still don't understand it. They still don't know if it makes a big difference or not, but they test your levels to make sure. But they say the heart is bigger. They say the lungs have more capacity if you're a male transitioning to female. So there are differences biologically that a pill and some hormones won't change.
Right.
That's the difference.
Right.
But yeah, as far as like the estrogen and testosterone goes, they can test those levels and make sure you're on the same level as every other woman.
That doesn't make any sense, because what if I am a woman and I just have naturally high testosterone? Does that mean I can't compete?
Well, they don't test you for that.
I don't know.
Why
would you have naturally high testosterone?
Why wouldn't you?
Some women
as a woman?
Yeah, that can happen.
Yes,
That's what
that
makes early menopause. That's why some people have beards, all kinds of stuff.
They're testing
the
athlete that's transitioning because
they want to make it fair.
They're trying to make it fair. If you're a woman that is naturally born a woman.
I don't know why when you said that, I thought he meant they were testing everybody to
No.
make sure that everyone had the same level of testosterone.
No.
Because for situations just like this, they want to
trying
make
to
the
do
playing
the
field
best.
as level as possible. There are some things that you biologically cannot change. Men have a larger heart, more lung capacity. But as far as like the tall,
bigger penises,
Yeah,
I'm saying-
usually than women.
as far as like being tall in the
I've seen some that
wingspan,
are not.
like Michael Phelps had a
You
large
have?
wingspan.
I don't know, for the joke. Well, I'm just saying, I've seen some stuff on ladies that you're like,
absolutely ridiculous.
are you sure that's okay, looks like a penis.
Have you seen, Puss Hat, the rapper?
Yeah.
He finally found something to rap about that's not cocaine. This guy, he named his kid after cocaine. He loves it so much. And did you see the Arby's thing that he did?
Oh boy.
So Puss Hat.
I hate that name.
What?
I hate that.
Talk to him, don't talk to me. He dropped a diss track with Arby's. Now, this guy claims that he wrote "I'm loving it" for McDonald's and they didn't pay him enough back in the day. There's no evidence to support that. Like, that's something that an ad agency would come up with. It's so ridiculous and simple and dumb, you don't need to pay a guy to write "I'm loving it." But that's what he goes by. So maybe he's setting up his own urban legend there. But if you saw hashtag Arby's spicy fish diss track, rolls right off the tongue. If you saw that trending, you might Puss Hat, who's King Push on Twitter, he dropped a 1.5-minute diss track for the Arby's spicy fish sandwich. It's not the worst thing I've ever heard. It's close. It's not the worst thing I've ever heard.
I'm the reason the whole world love it. Now I gotta crush it. Filet your fishes, then you should be disgusted. How dare you sell a square fish, asking us to trust it? A half slice of cheese, Mickey D's on a budget. Arby's crispy fish is simply it. With lines round the corner, we might need a guest list.
I guess you could call this his Lenten anthem.
Eggs is stage left, the sandwiches taste fresh. A little cube of fish from a clown is basic. Say less, this argument is baseless. Drowned in tartar, that filet-o-fish is tasteless. See, Arby's only deals in the greatness. I bet the house on it like it's Vegas. Look, I could sell water to a whale. How could you ever think I'd fail?
I could sell water to a whale, says Puss Hat. That's a good line.
I thought he said well.
I thought he said well too.
Sell water to a whale. No, because I'm looking at the subtitles. The crispy fish sandwich, Blazing Trails. The new diss track. See, most fast food places, if they're not already doing it, they basically pivot to targeting urban markets, right? McDonald's started that a long time ago. Their marketing is primarily, urban focused, which is a nice way of saying black audiences. We're trying to, and so maybe Arby's is going that way too. But I love the story that Puss Hat goes, I wrote "I'm loving it," and McDonald's didn't pay me, so now I'm doing this.
A whale can't buy anything.
Neither can a well.
Yeah, right.
Actually, wells have coins.
Sometimes.
So
I don't
If they're
know.
wishing.
I have no information on the financial capabilities of whales.
Plus, they
are
have
mammals.
Water. They have all the water they need most of the time. They're in
That's
the
his
ocean.
point. They don't need it. He could still sell it to them.
But what are
do
they going to
say?
pay for it with? Whale coin?
I could sell a popsicle to a woman in white gloves.
Ketchup popsicle.
Yeah, catch a popsicle, right?
Ketchup popsicle.
it's just so gross.
Nobody ever thought to go a little bit deeper on the concept of the ketchup popsicle.
Nobody made one. What if they're great?
Right. What if they're great?
Let's make a ketchup
All right, we're going to try
popsicle.
ketchup popsicles. Ketchup sickles.
All right.
Right. So I would love to be the person on the marketing team over there at Arby's who goes, we got to get Puss Hat or somebody else.
Yeah, what's his real name? Is that his name?
Pusha T.
Oh, Pusha T. I
It
didn't
says
know.
it says Puss Hat to me. I don't know
I
what
was
these
like,
guys.
he's got to be messing it up.
I don't know
right?
what these guys are talking about. Puss Hat has
But-
been around for a long, long time.
I was going to say Pusha T has street credibility.
Please, Poundcake.
Puss Hat. He has street credibility.
I hate you.
And he is the chairman
Until
of
we get you that ketchup popsicle, you're going to love us.
he is the chairman of Kanye West's label, and he is the one that outed Drake about having a son. Like, so he has credibility in the game.
He likes to stir up.
Oh God, he
stuff.
came out of the Clips in like the early '90s in college. I didn't listen to much hip hop, but the Clips was dynamite.
What's the Clips?
It was Puss. What?
Arby's has 30,000 subscribers on YouTube. Like, who's like, gotta subscribe to Arby's?
Yeah, it was No Malice and Puss Hat were the guys in Clips, and you know all this other crap, and you don't know where Puss Hat came from?
No.
It's because you're young. These guys came out like when you were being born. They were coming out the same time you were.
I guess so.
Yep. So two of you coming out at the same time.
I used to confuse Pusha T with Plies all the time.
With who?
With Plies.
It's pronounced fries. Okay. And he's pimping for Arby's fish sandwich.
Which I'm sure it's fine, but if you want a real good fish sandwich,
Chick-fil-A.
Wendy's.
Popeyes. Oh.
Wendy's.
Is it available anytime?
Lunch and dinner hours only.
Who's the rapper that they have singing about
They
it?
don't need a rapper to do it.
What
Comes
about
in a
one Bill
rapper.
Squire? Isn't Bill Squire going to rap about the Wendy's fish sandwich?
Nope, because I'm not back on until April. So
Until then, Wendy's, you're on your own. All right, let me take a break. You want to get a text, 35192, and we'll be back.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7